make it a more spiritual movement that will concentrate on self-improvement. But I joined that hypocrites organization in '83. And from 1983 until 1986, when he introduced the study lies, when you came to study group, you brought the messenger's books. We sat around in circles and we read from the messenger's books, and then went further into the understanding of what we had just read. 10 years previously, Wallace took us away from the messenger's books and put us in the Holy Quran. 10 years later, Farrakhan is doing the same thing. After about 3 study guides, this no good, lying hypocrite, those who were in the mosque at that time know I'm not lying. This hypocrite said, he even wrote it and sent it to us, that after we finished becoming proficient with the Quran, he was going to introduce study guides that would take us back into and further into the books of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Did you niggas ever get them? No. I waited from 1986 to 1996, and still those study guides had not come. And you have not had study guides based on the books of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You don't have them to this day. So the nigga lie. Farrakhan keeps promising you Elijah and never comes. You make me sick. But I'm the hypocrite. We're the hypocrites.
That I know we need, that would enable us to express the supreme wisdom that we already have, but it's like having a safe full of riches, but we lost the combination. So through Brother L. Ron Hubbard, we can open the wisdom that we have and execute that wisdom in a way that Scientology will be proud of us and we of them, but we are not a people that hide our light under a bushel basket. I believe that Master Farad Muhammad knew that a meeting was going to take place like this. I don't know whether he met Brother L. Ron Hubbard, but I believe there was some contact. Scientists are like that. They meet in small little groups and they talk. And when they share with one another, they grasp little truths that they expand on. Yes. There's something here that belongs to us. And L. Ron Hubbard was a man we were destined to meet at the proper time. The greatest gift that you could receive after the supreme wisdom is the technology that will allow you to manifest it. And that technology is here. I discovered it, and I wanted you to see what I saw, hear what I heard, feel what I felt, so that you wouldn't be timid or afraid of knowledge that will help us to be ourselves. And so I invited you. And as I watched you relate to each other tonight, I said every believer in the nation needs what you experienced in this week. Nobody can lead in our nation until and unless they become clear. We have no school of theology. We just study the Word and do the best we can, but the time is out for that. Everybody has to be qualified to have a position or post in the Nation of Islam. Master Farrakhan said the Nation of Islam is all wise and does everything right and exact. Mistakes shall not exist in the nation. Meaning they'll be made, but you wipe them out by doing better. So I am grateful that you came. And now, as I see, my time is coming. Whatever that may mean to you. If I could leave you with a science and a technology that will open up the wisdom that you have quoted for years. But when you look at accomplishment, wisdom is known of its children. It's not what you say, it's what you can produce. I pray of a long and beautiful relationship. L. Ron Hubbard would be proud at this moment. And as I sat listening to you, I said we need to go back to Chicago and set up a training center where we can bring all those who would want to be a part of this mission into Chicago like they do at their Mecca in Florida, and teach them and train them and then send them out with qualifications to do the job of the resurrection of our people. Can't wait to get home to go to work. And I can't wait until everyone who wants to labor in this cause goes through what you just went through.
Now for you Farrakhan flunky A triple S niggas who think that I am hating on your leader, Louis Farrakhan, I want you to understand something. On your website, your damn leader is representing Elijah Muhammad. With respect to this fast of Ramadan. And we are followers of Elijah Muhammad. And if we believe that his representation of our leader, our teacher, our guide, is a false representation, we are duty bound to shed some light on the hypocrisy of this man. What is General Order number 8? It is in case of disorder to give the alarm that no good bastard is out of order, and I'm sounding the alarm. Talk black to me. What's number 9? To allow no one to commit a nuisance on or near my teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the false teaching of the hypocrite Abdul Halim Farrakhan that the violence and killing on the streets of Chicago is nothing new. So why the hell didn't Farrakhan lead the FOI into the streets of Chicago then? Talk black to me. Now, all of a sudden, Farrakhan wants to put some boots on the ground to deal with the crime and violence and killing in the streets of Chicago and different cities around the country. So you got this photo op going on where his so-called FOI are in the streets, where they haven't been for 6,020 years, where they have not been for 72,241 months, where they have not been for 2,197,851 days. So some of you are all excited now that you see the hypocrite in the streets with his blind mice. So he's in the streets with his blind followers, and you getting excited thinking that some solution is going to come to the problems of the black nation from the hypocrites that caused the damn problem in the first place. You look to the same people that caused the damn problem for the solution to the problem. How bright does that make you? So they're in the streets now. Let me tell you why they're in the streets. They're in the streets now because they must deliver on the contract that they have signed with the devils to deliver the niggas to the devils to be burned in the fire of hell lit by God for the devils. So Farrakhan sold you out to hell, Ron Hubbard and the Church of Scientology. And he was broke off something proper. So he sold you out to the Church of Scientology and hell, Ron Hubbard. And he received his Scientology money from having sold you out. But the Scientology money that he received is money that is in lieu of the delivery of the niggas to the devils to be burned in the fire meant for the devils. Are you listening? So now it is time to go out there and fulfill his end of the bargain, his end of the contract. You got the money? Give me the niggas. Are you listening to me? So I'm going to go out in the streets. First, I'm going to open the Salam restaurant for the 17th time. I got enough Scientology money to get my restaurant back open, to make it look like I'm doing something.